Hello, I'm Master Ray Rodriguez with another episode of Ray's Taekwondo Center video tip of the day. Today, we're going to go over stances. And there's some basic stances that we use throughout all the belts. Black belt, 9th degree black belt form has the same stances. We will put out another video with some advanced stances that you see in some of the higher belt forms. But these are your basic stances. Now, I cannot emphasize how important stances are. If you have a good stance, you're going to have balance. You're going to be able to generate speed in your actions and power. So stances is really the key to performing good, solid, strong technique. Now, we have some very basic things I'm going to go over. The first thing is attention position. Attention position, you make sure your left foot moves in. So, chariot, left foot moves in. You stand with your fist at your side, back straight, looking straight. Okay, if you have to stand there for a minute or 1 hour, you stay still. The next stance I'm going to show you is ready position or ready stance. Now, ready stance, I'm going to take my left foot, I'm going to move it over one step. 1 foot distance, so it should be about shoulder distance apart. So, ready stance, I move my foot over, I bring my hands up. My hands should come about solar plexus height, my elbows are down, close to my body. I breathe in, I make a fist, and I breathe out. My fist should finish 1 fist from my belt and 1 fist apart from each other. My back is straight, my chest and hips are facing forward, my feet are pointing straight forward. Okay, so ready position. This should take about 3 to 5 seconds. I'll show you ready stance from a different angle. So from here, fist at my side, I breathe in, and I breathe out. Remember, everything finishes at the same time. We went over that with the blocks. The next stance I'm going to go over is walking stance. And walking stance, I have an X on the floor. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. But this is to reference where my feet are and how far apart. And it's very important because you have to be very, very precise and make sure that your actions are done correctly. So this is the proper way to do these stances. Walking stance, I start with my feet together. I'm going to take 1 foot and point it out. Anywhere 45 degrees or less, a little bit less. Okay. Walking stance, I like to make it a little bit less. My front foot is going to move up 2 steps. So I move it straight up. Wherever my toes were here on this foot, I'm going to move it up. Bring my heel there. And then I'm going to do that 1 more time. So walking stance, there should be 1 foot distance between the heel of your front leg and where your toes were when you had your feet together. Your shoulders are straight, your hips are straight, so notice the knot on my belt is pointing forward. And I have equal weight on both feet. So both feet have equal weight on them. Shoulders straight, hips straight. Front foot is pointing straight, and so is the knee. Now, I'll show you walking stance from a different angle. Again, feet start together. I turn my foot outward a little bit. I'm going to take 2 steps. 1, 2. Shoulders straight, hips straight. Equal weight on both legs. Standing nice and tall. When you move forward in your stances, you have to make sure that you stay head level. So when I step, I'm just going to step straight. Again, walking stance, I should have a foot distance between the heel of this foot and approximately the other toes, and that's walking stance. Walking stance in Korean is apsagi. Now I'm going to show you front stance. Front stance Korean is apkubisagi. Front stance has most of the weight on the front leg. I'm going to start the same way with my feet together. I'm going to turn 1 foot outward no more than 45 degrees. Okay. The other foot is going to move over 1 foot distance. So about 1 fist distance or 1 foot distance wider than walking stance was. When I say wider, I mean this way. Longer, I mean from front to back. So now I'm going to step forward 3.5 steps. So I'm going to, wherever my toes are, I'm going to bring my heel there. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to just do a little bit more. Shoulders should be straight, hips straight, your front knee is bent, your back leg is completely straight. When I look down, the tip of my toes should just be visible off the tip of my knee. So if I see too much of my toe except for the very tip, then I'm not bending it enough. So if I can see my foot, I'm not bending it enough. If I can't see the tip of my toe at all, I'm bending my knee too much. And I'll show you this from the different angle. So again, feet together, point the foot out. I'm going to move over 1 foot width, and I'm going to come up 3 steps. 1, 2, 3.5, a little bit more. Again, my shoulders are straight, my back leg is straight, my front knee is bent. My shin should come straight down or perpendicular to the floor. So I want my shin to be straight down. This leg is straight, my knee is bent. When you move forward in front stance, again, you stay level. So you take a step and you go forward. Don't come up and then down. Okay? So when I'm moving forward in front stance, I'm in a front stance here, shoulders are straight. I come forward, I stay low, and come forward. So there you can see that the head doesn't come up and down. Front stance, again, most of the weight on the front leg. Next stance, back stance. Back stance in Korean is twikupisan. Now back stance has most of the weight on the back leg, approximately 70%, 60 to 70. I start again with my feet together. I'm going to take 1 foot, and this time I'm going to turn it out 90 degrees. So the back foot is turned to the side. The front foot remains pointing straight to the front. Now I'm going to take this foot and move it up 3 steps. So I go 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Now the back knee and back foot point to the outside. The front knee and foot point this way. Most of the weight on my back foot. My back should be straight, but now my hips and my shoulders are off at an angle, about 45 degrees. When I come forward, you stay low and you step. So again, back stance, most of the weight on the back leg, stay level. I'll show you this from another angle. Feet start together, point my foot to the outside. 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Bend the back leg a lot, straight to the outside, straight to the side. This knee points straight. Keep your head level. Coming forward, stay low, and step. So that is the back stance. Okay? That's back stance. The last stance I'm going to go over with you guys is horse riding stance. Horse riding stance in Korean is chuchumsagi. And horse riding stance, you're going to have equal weight on both legs. So 50-50, equal weight on both feet. I'm going to show you from the front first. So horse riding stance, you start with your feet together. And we're going to move our feet about double shoulder distance or about 2 foot distance. More or less. Heels are on the same line. I bend my knees. I keep my feet and my knees pointing straight. My back straight, always stomach tight. Okay? And this is horse riding stance. I'm not twisting the shoulders or hips. Hips and shoulders straight. Equal weight on both legs. Horse riding stance from the other view. Again, foot together. About double shoulder distance or double foot distance. Both heels are on the line. Okay? Then I bend my knees. I keep my back straight. Stomach tight. Pointing straight ahead. This is horse riding stance. Chuchumsagi. So, these are our basic stances. We're going to see those all the way from white belt, all the way on up through 9th degree black belt. Practice them. The stance is the key to having balanced and strong, effective technique. your basics are good, your advanced techniques are going to be good. And I always say, if you're a good white belt, you're going to make a great black belt. This has been Master Ray Rodriguez. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Ray's Taekwondo Center video tip of the day. I want you guys to continue to practice. Be on the lookout for more videos. Visit our video library on YouTube. I want you guys to stay healthy, stay safe, but very important, stay motivated.